The wind was just picking up in the... You can hear the birdies. But the wind was picking up in the, the wind chime was going. But you can still hear the birds. See the swarm of flies over there. They love that tree because it smells like cat piss. Oh, you know, I'm going to get in trouble one of these days for having that van in these videos. But anyways, we're just going to close it off here because... anyways, hello, my name is Crashify. Welcome to These Forbidden Fruits. I was held up for a while in the big house. and I've recorded several videos. But for whatever reason, well, I mean, for divine reasoning, my phone doesn't want to process them. So, yeah, so they're not getting out. And that's okay. That's okay. When the message, when the transmission, channeling, when it needs to go out, it'll go out. And that's all that matters. It'll be heard when it needs to be heard. It's a cloudy day right now, but no rain in the clouds. Beautiful day, of course. Of course, it's a beautiful day. Yesterday, I was able to. We're just gonna talk about it. I was able to see my daughter for the first time since Easter. Mind you, it's the 27th of July. And, which this is no longer taking place. Our timelines are shifting to our highest outcome. And I fervently believe that. So this is never going to be a thing, but it did remind me of how grateful, absolutely, incredibly, astoundingly, abundantly grateful I am for this life and this opportunity to experience this life and all the things. And I don't want to start crying because but I saw my daughter for the first time since Easter. And mind you, before that I hadn't seen her except for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And then early October. And when I saw her, when I used to change her little bottom, she's only 2 now. I mean, she's only 2, right? Let's just say it. When I used to change her butt. And this was a while back. It's been a minute. I haven't seen her since October, so obviously whether she's in diapers or not, I haven't changed them. Right? I used to pick up her little butt and put her little feet in my face and go, "Pee-you, stinky feet." Well, my sister-in-law had told her, of course, that I'm her other mama. She said real mama, but, I digress. She told her that on Easter. And so I was psyched about that because it was an agreement between us that we didn't have to speak, which I appreciate. Anyways, I saw her, and my niece brought her over to me because they love to carry her around like she's a rag doll. But I saw her, and she saw me, she recognized me, and I mean, she was staring at me the whole time. Yesterday, I'm so blessed. But beyond that, I picked her up and I said, "Hi, remember me? I'm your other mama." And I said, "Don't mind me." I said, "I have pew stinky breath." And her eyes got wide. And she did this little pinky swear promise thing with her finger. And then she pointed at her feet. And smiled so big. And I said, "Yeah, like you have pew stinky feet." And I had to let her go to play on the slip and slide, but I went inside and I bawled. I wish I would have been on my belly, but there were too many people. It was a pig roast. It was a gathering, a memorial gathering for my aunt and my uncle and two of our close family friends that had passed away between May and July. So there was a lot of people. I couldn't embarrass my family like that. Like, it wouldn't be an embarrassment to me, but... And my son just wanted to see me so much, and he's like, I told you so. I told you. And my daughter just gave me this, my oldest daughter, just huge smile, like, see? It meant so much. She's so connected to me. There's my children, and I don't know. It's tears of joy, I promise. Tears of joy. I hurt for the people that have to go through this. I wish that I could figure out a way to make it stop. I'm hoping that this timeline shift will really transfer, and I believe the impossible dream. And that's all there is to it. I know. I have faith. And there flies a little golden chickadee. I don't know what they're called, but it's finch, goldfinch. Beautiful birds. The colors of the world aren't going to be gray anymore. There it is again. They're not. They're going to be bright and vibrant, and it's going to be that way, or I'm dead right now. I'm a ghost imagining this, you know. And there's a circle of turkey vultures beyond the flies. They look like a tornado. We've gone through the eye of the storm, the calm. And the storm may still be going, but it's not for long. It's not for long. Have you ever seen the movie Cold Mountain? It won't stand this way for long. It won't. Now, granted, it was during the Civil War that that actress was discussing the way of the world, but I know that it's not going to be another 200 years that we wait for ascension, that we wait for improvement, and it's not going to be upon our death anymore that we find heaven. It's not. You don't have to believe me. I wouldn't believe me if I were you. I would seek the knowledge for myself, and I'd find it just like I have. But it's a knowing, and no one's going to make me feel crazy. Because, I mean, insanity, what's closer to fantasy, and what's fantasy, but what we believe heaven is a fantasy, right? We'll never get there. It can't be on this planet. Well, I don't know. That looks like an eagle. It's such a big bird. I can't believe that I can see it from here. And you can't see it because there's a swarm of fucking flies. So even if I were to try to show you this bird, yeah, it's flying away over the garbage pile over there. Maybe it is just a hawk or a turkey vulture, whatever the hell. But it's a sign regardless. And no matter how subtle it'll be, or it is, or it has been, it's there. It may be just one, but it'll join many others. Yep, and there he goes. Must be the thinnest of all of them, though. I see him in the spiraling circles they're doing over their find. Oh, there's a space floaty in my eye, too. This is all just satisfaction guaranteed. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. But in knowing that everything is divinely perfect, I'm satisfied. I'm blessed. I'm blessing out. And I don't have to be mind rocked with, opioids or drunk as a fucking skunk, one eyeball in it behind the steering wheel in order to have this bliss. And I wouldn't have believed it if you told me that while I was wasted, while I was drinking. Like, just quit, you'll be fine. Fuck you. Quit and I'll be fine. Do you know what this life does to us? Do you know how it feels? Do you know the suffering? Can you even imagine my suffering? I can't. I can't imagine your suffering, and you cannot imagine mine, but that's why we're chosen. Because we chose ourselves to make it through that suffering and believe with faith that all is well, and we just followed our path, really. Because, some people's paths took them to an early grave. And I'm speaking about my Trev. But I couldn't be alone. I couldn't be alone. And I couldn't trust. So, well, that's that. I don't believe that I took him from this planet. But that was his path. And 99% of you don't even know who Trevor is. Because he was a short-lived flame in my life. So I just know that my eternal internal flame is being it's bigger than a garbage landfill fire. It probably stinks just as bad sometimes because it's hard not to vent about the material realm when that's what we see, feel, hear, taste, touch, experience. It's just not the eternal truth. And there's a monarch. You just subtle signs everywhere that should hopefully soon, very soon, 11 days from now, you should be able to come into belief with. Dude riding in the back of a pickup truck. I feel like Jenny and Forrest Gump, this is the way this house looks. Make me like a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here. I don't know your life, but I know that it's one hell of an up and a down if you're listening to me. Or, you don't have to go through that because you're my child, and although you've had some downs, it's been hard to be happy, but happy is definitely there. Satisfied and connection is absolutely there. And I don't wish my experience upon anyone, but I'm going to be here for as many people as I can just to let them know that even your biggest sacrifices, your biggest crosses to bear, there's a purpose for them. And we all know what we're doing. There's that wind. I remember walking through a cemetery in the middle of the night and hearing a wind chime. I connected to that world. Death. Since I was 10 years old, 9 years old. I connected very closely with death. It was a repeating pattern in our family. It still is. But with death comes rebirth. Physical death, emotional death, like not the death of your emotions, but the containment of them, like to be able to hold yourself accountable and hold yourself close and remind yourself you are loved. That's God. That takes a whole new, because your first birth, who holds you and why are you crying? Because you need to be held. I'm going to stop this video now because I don't want it to not process. I want to keep an eye on it. This is really, I'm hoping this would be very helpful for someone to hear. We're only living unless we're trying to die. And I really don't want to suck air with anybody or near anybody that is, not interested in sharing it. What I mean by that is they just don't want to experience with me. The breath isn't just air. It's what comes in and out of the 0 point of our hearts. Everything is a vibration and everything has been pulsing. And I can't wait another year or 2 or 3 or 7 or 10 or 11 to keep this in my memory banks. This is being processed, accepted. 17:33 when I looked at the clock. Being processed, collected, and remembered because I'm past the veil. At least I'm getting a really good glance, a really good picture. Like I'm taking screenshots or photos, not screenshots, but because this is real. This is my real. Behind the veil, I'm seeing it and I'm sharing it vocally. My frequency, vibrational frequency in my voice hopefully is leading you to some kind of recognition and remembrance in the same token. If not, damn, I'm sorry you're listening, but you're probably not hearing my words. And if it is, and maybe you are here, maybe you're getting the entirety of the message. First night I hung out with my daughter's dad, we listened to, well, not the first night, but one of the first nights, we listened to monks chanting the Om, deep bass, deep root chakra pulsing, and I thought, this is where I belong. This is my safety zone, and I am my safety zone. No one else can be that for me but me. And once we realize this, each individually, that there's no savior coming in, there's no knight on a white horse, there's no Jesus to carry our cross for us, or Simon to come out of the crowd and assist. I mean, he might pick it up off the ground, but we've got to be the ones. And I'm certainly no Jesus. Not even close. But my crosses were really fucking heavy, I'll tell you that. And a response from the other wind chime. Last night I saw a shooting star. The moment I thought I saw one of my family members cross through the fields in the back. And there's confirmation subtly in signs everywhere. But don't believe me. Don't take my word on it. Go within and love on yourself and know that you are not flawed. You are perfect. I mean, even with flaws. Like, I don't want as many of them as some people have taken on, and I'm sure I could probably handle more, but I don't need to. 2033. I love you. I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed out moment. Right this moment. And now. And now. And now. I love you. I will talk to you again soon. I hope. Won't be held up again. All right.